We begin with breaking news first at 4. A local sheriff indicted on bribery and intimidation charges went before a judge today. Kosciusko County Sheriff Aaron Rovenstine is charged with 10 felony counts. WSBT 22's Suzanne Spencer broke this story in late February. And Suzanne, there are 2 other defendants. All 3 went before an Elkhart County judge.
It's in Elkhart County, Rick, because the judge in Kosciusko County wanted to avoid any potential conflicts of interest. But this is the first time we've heard or seen from anyone involved in this case. Dr. Mark Soto and Kevin Bronson were also charged in connection to this case. Now, stacked high, the prosecution brought in boxes of evidence to hand over to each defense team. All of it will be used throughout the trials, and the prosecution said there is likely to be much more. Rovenstine is charged with agreeing to accept $30,000 from Bronson. In exchange, the state alleges the sheriff let the inmate have unrecorded phone conversations and visits, some of which with Dr. Mark Soto. Soto also appeared in court after he bonded out, but Bronson is still in jail. Now, all of this started about a year ago when a Warsaw police detective started investigating claims into Soto. That launched an Indiana State Police investigation, and we were just told today that is still ongoing. Now, we also asked Sheriff Rovenstine, since this is the first time we've seen or heard from him, what he has to say to the people of Kosciusko County. I'm working on that story for you, and we'll have that tonight at 6. Live in Elkhart, Suzanne Spencer, WSBT 22 News.
Well, no comment. That's what Aaron Rovenstine's lawyers had to say about alleged crimes against him. The 56-year-old Kosciusko County Sheriff was in court today, indicted on bribery and intimidation by a grand jury. WSBT 22's Suzanne Spencer just stepped out of court. And Suzanne, the judge set a timeline today
for Rovenstine and 2 other men charged in connection to this case. The judge also set aside at least 2 weeks for Rovenstine's case alone, and that's due to the sheer amount of information involved with these cases. Now, 6 boxes, external hard drives, and other digital evidence. Lawyers for Rovenstine, Kevin Bronson, and Mark Soto will each receive 2 boxes and a hard drive. Rovenstine is accused of agreeing to accept $30,000 from Bronson, who is an inmate. In exchange, the prosecution says he gave Bronson unrecorded phone conversations and visits, some of them with Soto. Sir, you've been accused of some pretty serious crimes. You sure you don't want to say anything to the people that your department serves?
Yeah.
Do you want to say anything on behalf of the sheriff?
No, thank you.
Will you guys have any comment before the trial starts?
Nope.
And is there a reason why you're choosing not to comment at this point? Will you, once you receive all the documents and review it all?
Nope. Thank you.
That attorney you just heard from was one of 3 lawyers representing Rovenstine. The sheriff is also accused of intimidating a Warsaw police officer who launched this whole investigation about 1 year ago. In court documents, the Indiana State Police said Rovenstine used 5 of his county detectives to launch a retaliation investigation into that Warsaw police officer. Now, the reason we're in Elkhart County today is because the Kosciusko County judge wanted to avoid any potential conflict of interest, and that's why that Elkhart County judge took over. But it's still not clear if any proceedings moving forward will be here or in Kosciusko County, as well as the makeup of the jury pool. All of that is yet to come in the months to come, but surely the jury will hear hours, days, if not weeks of evidence in Rovenstine's case alone, and the prosecution says they are considering even adding even more evidence into this. Live in Elkhart, Suzanne Spencer, WSBT 22 News.
A substantial amount of information. That's what lawyers will have to go through in a case against the Kosciusko County Sheriff. Aaron Rovenstine appeared in court for the first time just hours ago. Now, a grand jury indicted him on bribery and intimidation charges. WSBT 22's Suzanne Spencer broke this story back in February. She's live in Elkhart tonight. And Suzanne, this is the first time we've seen Rovenstine in court
and heard from him. The sheriff was surrounded by his 3 lawyers and his father, who was the former Kosciusko County sheriff, pretty much all afternoon. But lots of questions still to be answered, and some of those answers in these boxes that the special prosecutor carted into the Elkhart County Courts building. Each defense team will get 2 boxes and an external hard drive. Rovenstine is accused of agreeing to accept $30,000 from an inmate, Kevin Bronson. In exchange, Bronson allegedly received unrecorded phone conversations and visits, some of those with Dr. Mark Soto. Soto also appeared in court today while he's out on bond. He did not have a comment, but his attorney said he's innocent. As soon as I greeted the sheriff today, his attorney told me no comment, and that was the answer I got throughout much of the day. Sir, you've been accused of some pretty serious crimes. You sure you don't want to say anything to the people that your department serves?
Yeah.
Anything on behalf of the sheriff?
No, thank you.
Will you guys have any comment before the trial starts?
Nope.
And is there a reason why you're choosing not to comment at this point? Will you, once you receive all the documents and review it all?
Nope.
How does this case compare with the other cases you've seen of this magnitude?
Clearly, this is the most complicated case that and volumes of documents and digital material.
The Indiana State Police continuing to still go through all of that evidence. We're told that they may even turn over even more evidence in the coming months ahead.
Suzanne, that trial's set for the end of the year. Now, it's important to note this case is in Elkhart County right now.
Yeah, Rick, and in front of an Elkhart County judge. That's because the Kosciuszko County judge wanted to avoid any potential conflict of interest, so that's why it was transferred over here. But it's still unclear yet if any future court proceedings or a trial will be held here in Elkhart County or in Kosciuszko County. That's all yet set to be decided, as well as the makeup of the jury pool.
Suzanne Spencer live in Elkhart County tonight. Suzanne, thank you so much.